Welcome to my little space, where heart and hook stitch up a place where we can together make a refuge, safe for all our sake. Hi, it is now Tuesday. I've just gotten my last vlog up this morning and now we're diving into another one, number 61. 61 weeks in a row now that I've been doing this. Last night, I said I was in last week's video that I was going to finish this last night, but this is as far as I've gotten. It just needs its noodles. But what I did, because today is Tuesday and tomorrow is Wednesday when I have another Nana that I want to release. I don't have a Nana yet, but I want to release another Nana for my Nanas Against Trump and Fascism project, which if you are new here, I'm donating the proceeds to all of my Nana dolls to the ACLU, and it is my anti-Trump art project. I've made one every week since he was elected. So that's my quick little spiel of that. And this is the last order that I have open at the moment. This is going to ship out soon with the dude doll that I made also. But so I got out the 6 rainbowy colors to match this multicolored yarn for the noodles. And I decided before making the noodles and finishing this, I wanted to make my next Nana. And I got inspired by those yarns that I pulled out to make a Nana out of those. So what I've done here is, as you can see, this rainbow it has pink instead of red, and the blue is like a turquoise blue. So what I'm doing here is I started alternating. I'm doing it all in stripes. I'm doing pink and orange for one leg, and then orange and yellow for the next leg, and then yellow and green. So I'm going to keep integrating each of the 6 colors that way throughout the doll, with this fuzzy yarn in between sections. So the torso will be this, the arms will be different, and the head will be different. And yeah, I'm just going to use this white fuzzy everywhere. And I'm going to be naming this one after Ashley Zong, who, I'm not sure if I'm saying that last name correctly, but she is the woman behind Snapdragon brand. She's the woman who I bought my leggings from. Not these ones, but I have 3 pairs of her printed leggings with crochet print on them. Like, she crocheted the granny squares and then she has clothing printed with it on there. So I love them. Anyway, she's really fun and colorful and an amazing artist herself. So go follow her. Her information will be in the description. And that's who I want to name this Nana after. I just have to finish this. Hopefully, I'll probably finish it either tonight or tomorrow morning, enough, like early and soon enough that I can still post about it tomorrow. So yeah, this is my rainbowy Nana out of the yarns that I'm going to use to make the noodles for that. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will finish that. And maybe in like 2 days, I'll probably ship this and the dude doll. And then, yeah, this week is an exciting one. By the end of this week, by the time I upload this video, I will have already done my trip to LA for the one Christian versus 20 atheists video that I'm doing on somebody else's YouTube channel. It's a much bigger YouTube channel than mine. So I will be able to put the information for that in the description box below as well. Now I can tell you, because we are still a whole week away from when I'm going to post this. It's for Dr. Daff. That's the name of the YouTube channel, Dr. DAF Daff. And I had been invited for a previous episode, but I didn't really like the sound of the setup of the show, the premise, or the way that they basically the setup of it. I didn't like it. And watching it, I felt like it could be improved. And it sounds like they did take note and they took feedback from at least the atheists, maybe everybody's perspective. They had two groups, like a group of Christians and a group of atheists. And they had, and by the way, this channel is all women. It's all trying to bridge the gap between opposing viewpoints on whatever topic. And it's not always Christian versus atheist. They do all sorts of topics. But the setup that they did that I had been invited for, I watched it when it finally aired. And I had a friend who was part of that. And she's going to be going with me. So she's going to be a part of this one too. So I'm looking forward to knowing somebody there when I go. But what they did is they would have a topic, and then each side would have various people sort of raise their hands saying that they wanted to speak on it. And then they had to try to convince their group that they should be the person to go speak. So then anybody who wanted to speak on it had to give like a quick little sales pitch about themselves, about why they should be the person to talk about it. And then the group would vote on who they wanted to go up. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel good to me. I'm like, and this is down in LA. It's quite a drive. Well, it's a bit of a drive. I'm in California, but I'm in the Central Valley. So it's like, like 3-4 hour drive for me. And they've offered to pay my gas. So there's at least that. But still, it's like, if I'm going to drive all the way down there and put myself out there for somebody else's show like this, somebody else's platform, I want at least some sort of guarantee that I'm going to have a moment to speak on camera, and I'm not going to have to like beg for, for people to allow me in my group. So I don't know. That part I didn't really like about it, but I really like the setup of this one. So they're going to have one Christian sitting in a chair like the whole time, who has to talk with everybody. And there's going to be 20 of us sitting sort of in the back. And we're going to go up 4 at a time for one particular prompt. And I already got to select, I ranked my favorite prompts, from 1 through 5. And I ended up getting the one that I put as number 1. So that's cool. So I'll go up for my prompt and with 3 other women. And so I'm not fully on the spot by myself. There's that sort of safety in numbers. Like if I don't have an answer super fast, or if I don't have a thought super fast, somebody else can talk. So I'm still nervous, but it's, it's not like all eyes are on me to have to know the right thing to say at the right moment. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. I'm nervous, and we'll see how it goes. So by the end of this video, I'll be able to fill you in on how that all went. But for now, I need to finish this Nana. So I'll do some time lapse so you can see me crocheting a little bit, because this is a crochet vlog. If you're new here to my neck of the woods, I am a full-time crochet artist. I sell on Etsy. I have some patterns for sale, and I sell a lot of, already made items. So I do a lot of custom dolls and garments and so forth. So please hang out a while. Check out my other vlogs. I have 60 other vlogs already before this one. So I'm getting a little bit of experience under my belt with this now. I never knew any video editing until I started doing this, and now here I am. So yeah, I'd like to keep growing my channel, so please share and enjoy. All right, as you can see, I finished this guy. Now he's ready to go with the dude doll. And now I've gotten this back out. I would love to finish this little dress and maybe wear it for Sunday when I go record that YouTube video. But I was pondering continuing on with this because this is basically beginning already. What I've done here so far is going to have as many increases in the pattern as the last dress. And I do think I want to undo it down to this round right here, where see how this splits, it cuts into each one of these sections. I'm going to skip one every fifth one of these. I kind of counted around and figured out how much I want to decrease the increasing of this design. So I'm going to undo it down to here. And since I was already timing myself for this, I do want to get a proper time. So what I'm going to do is I have the total time that it took me to do this. I weighed this and it's 92 grams. So now when I undo it to here, I can weigh it again, how much is already crocheted, and then I can do cross multiplication to solve for X to figure out how many hours it would have taken me just to get this far. And then I will subtract the amount of hours that I had put into this just to get sort of like the crochet time for this version of this dress that I'm doing without the extra crocheting that I am now undoing. So that should actually utilize less yarn to get the same length dress. Now I'm a little torn on whether I want it short like the other dress or longer. So I think I'll just try it on a bit as I go once it starts getting to be somewhat dress length. But here we go. We're going to do some frogging. Hello, it is now Thursday, and I showed you undoing what I had done up into, almost back to the beginning. But here I have used up again all the yarn that I had frogged, that I had undone. By the way, if you don't know crochet terms, frogging something means pulling the stitches out because you rip it. Get it? So this is what I have so far. Again, I have gotten a bit farther in the pattern, quite a bit farther than I was before frogging it. It's so pretty. And so I'm going to keep working on that, keep plugging away. I was going to go to the post office this morning and ship the dude doll and the flying spaghetti monster, and also a vest that somebody ordered in my Etsy shop, one of those Faye vests. But then this morning she messaged me and asked if I could make one with a pot leaf in the back, and she showed me Jen from Starlily Creations picture of her Mary Jane Faye vest with the pot leaf in the back. And I said, I actually did pattern testing for her for that pattern, and I have one available. So I sent her a picture of the one I have, and it took her a little bit to get back to me. So I decided, rather than going later this afternoon, to go tomorrow morning to the post office. So I'll be shipping tomorrow I will be shipping that along with the other things that I had to ship. So I'm quite pleased I get to ship off something that I already have made, clear out a little tiny bit more storage space from my bins. And so I just need to go dig that out. I think it's in one of those bins. I have bins in my closet, and I have bins out in a shed, and they're all secured, like big plastic bins with lids, so nothing gets grungy before I ship it out. And now I'm going to keep working on this while I listen to some of my favorite YouTubers, philosopher guys who put out videos, and I'm filling my mind with all the ways that they communicate their ideas with theists, because I feel like it's sort of a good prep for me and my brain before going to my thing on Sunday. I was inspired to create my own version of a post about 8647 because I've seen the resurgence of that, and I decided to use my Nana pictures. So these are my Nana's number 8, number 6, number 4, and number 7. So here it is Friday night. I'm at my partner's house. I'm in my PJs, of course, and I'm trying on this dress before it's really a dress. But I love how it turned out with the bright green contrasting for the very top edge and the straps. I did that because I began the skein with the top part of the dress without starting with the straps. Like I ended up doing the second go around for the other dress that I completed. So I didn't have any more of that same dark blue yarn, but I ended up really liking the contrast. My amazing partner did the drive, so I did as much crocheting in the car as I could. We stopped by the Poppy Reserve in the Santa Clarita area because we were going to be going right past it. It is not at all the height of poppy season. That's why we see a lot of dirt and green and not just a sea of orange like it will be the next time we're at the height of poppy season. So maybe at some point I'll be able to show you that. And then we also stopped by Vasquez Rocks. This is a place I used to take my kids when we lived in this area. A lot of movies and shows have been filmed here. Notably, there's a scene in Star Trek that was filmed here, and I took a picture of my partner in this setting, and he photoshopped in the Gorn. We wondered what was happening here. Do you think this person had a Cybertruck and then was embarrassed about having a Cybertruck and then tried to make it look like a Toyota by putting Toyota on the back? We were fascinated. It is Monday. I returned home last night from the venture out to LA and did that recording for the Dr. Daff show. I'm looking forward to that coming out because my main two things that I wanted to accomplish in doing that was to, one, not be a jerk. I didn't want to be seen as like somebody who's like just like angry and ready to do like personal attacks, and I don't believe I did that. And number two, now I've drawn a blank. I didn't want to embarrass myself, so I don't think I embarrassed myself. I cannot tell you anything about the taping of it because, you know, there's an NDA involved, of course. But I'll let you know when that comes out. Hopefully it'll reflect the way it actually went. From what I've watched on the channel, I don't think that they do deceptive editing. It looks like they just have a conversation and then they show what that conversation was as clearly as possible. That's what it looks like to me from the videos that I've watched. So I'm very curious to see how it's edited. And when that comes out, I will let you know. And I'm just very curious how it looks. I've never done anything like that before. I did not finish my dress. So I didn't wear my crochet that I was hoping to wear, and I didn't take any other crochet as backup. I just had an extra dress as backup. And so yeah, I'm just wearing regular human clothes, no crochet in that one. But you know what? If they have me back, maybe I'll wear the crochet dress for another one at some point. Who knows? But so when I got back home last night, I realized now that I don't have that show to try to finish this dress for, which by the way, I didn't finish it because we had fun adventures out and about. And then we met up with my friends in Santa Clarita, some old friends. We had like 3 different meetups. And the last one is the place where I stayed the night with my friend Carol. And by the time we got there, it was already like 8 o'clock or a little after 8. And we were ready to go to bed just a little after 10. And I knew that I would need to still put in like a couple more hours or so on the dress. And I decided to be smart and prioritize sleep over finishing the dress for wearing on the show. So I didn't finish it. I have it here ready to finish, and I'm looking forward to finishing it. But once I got home last night, I realized that doesn't need to be my next priority right now. Since it is, well, last night was Sunday, I pulled out the yarns for my next Nana. So that's what we have here. I looked at my list of names of people that I would love to name Nanas after. And the next one I have on my list is Steve Burns of Blue's Clues. So I pulled up a picture of him way back early on in my days of beginning to make dolls. I made a Steve doll because my daughter was that age at the time and she loved Blue's Clues. And so I refreshed my memory of what his character from the show looked like. And it's like green stripes, and then blue is like blue / turquoise kind of. And then he was wearing like khaki pants. So I pulled all the colors that are like any of those colors. And I'm just using those colors for the main crochet yarns and the fancy fuzzy yarns. And I wanted to do the whole thing kind of stripy. So I'm actually just doing, so this is how far I've gotten. I'm only doing 9 rows of each type of yarn. And some yarns like this are thick and bulky and some are skinny like this. And so this is actually 9 rows. This is 9 rows. You can see the difference there, but I don't care. It's all different and unique. And then I have a bunch of different, oops, I dropped a scrap. I have a bunch of different, frilly, fun, fancy yarns for the lines in between the sections. So this is what I'm working on for releasing this Wednesday. I have 1 order on hand, and it's for another one of those Flower of Life shrugs, the design by Starlily Creations. And it's to match a purple dress. This is for my customer, Subhadra, who has, I'm not wearing it now, but she's made and sent me 2 different pendants that you've seen before. I've shown you before if you've seen my previous vlogs. And so she would like one of these shrugs to match her purple dress. And she's paying me in both cash and some new earrings that she's going to be sending me. So not these are just silly little earrings that I made, and I initially put them up in my shop, and then They initially expired and I never renewed them because I didn't think they would sell. It just says, dude, on this side in like random old beads. And this is just a tassel of some scraps. So they're just silly. But yeah, so that's what I've got looking forward to coming up this next week. But we are now at the end of this week's vlog. So next week, right at the beginning of next week's vlog, you'll see me finish this Nana and start to select yarns for that shrug to go with her purple dress. And I gotta finish this dress. And actually what I'll probably do is finish this dress for myself to wear on Mother's Day, because next Sunday is Mother's Day. So I'll get to feel special in my own crochet. I don't usually keep my own crochet, so when I do, it's kind of noteworthy. I feel special about it. I feel special that I've actually decided to keep something for myself. So I think I will keep this one for myself. I'm really excited about this dress, and I am timing myself with it, and I did not quite as many repeats of the pattern so that I can get through it a little quicker. It's not quite as much material, and it can hopefully be a little bit more affordable, so I can make a listing in my shop as a made to order listing. So in case anybody wants a dress like that. But for now, I better say goodbye, get back to my Nana, get to finishing editing this video, and thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. If you've found me here because of the Dr. Daff video that came out, hi, welcome. Please stay. I mostly crochet and show you my process, my artistic process, but I also talk about whatever comes to mind in the moment. Sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's religion. So crochet hooks and colors bright, crafting wonders day and night. Join the fun, come see it through. Subscribe and I'll create for you. And I figured I'd leave you with the little reel that I shared again about May the 4th, because today is May the 4th, the day that I'm editing this. So these are all, well, some of the Star Wars themed things that I've made over the years. I've made multiples of each of these.